What's up guys, this is Jolan here, and today in this video we're gonna have a look at some of the smartphones that are likely to be launched in January 2019. So before further ado, let's get started. So the first smartphone to be launched in January 2019 will be the Honor View 20. It has already been launched in China last month and it's awaiting its global launch. Now coming to the specs, it's gonna have a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus punch hole display. It will come with Huawei's own CPU, that's the Kirin 980. It will have a 128GB or 256GB of internal memory coupled with 6GB or 8GB of RAM. It will have a 48 megapixel primary camera with f1.8 aperture and a 25 megapixel selfie camera. It's gonna have a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner and the latest Android, that's the Android 9 Pie, and this all will be powered with a 4000 mAh battery. The next smartphone most likely to be launched is from Huawei itself, and this one is the Huawei's Nova 4. Coming to its specs now, it will be a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus punch hole display device, and it will come with a Kirin 970 CPU. It's most likely to come with a 128GB of internal memory coupled with 8GB of RAM. It will have a triple camera setup, out of which one is the 48 megapixel, the second one will be the 16 megapixels, and the third one will be the 2 megapixel, which is the depth sensor. It will have a 25 megapixel front camera for selfies and a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. This all will be powered with a 3750 mAh battery and come with the latest Android operating system, that's the Android 9 Pie. Next smartphone, which is most likely to be launched in January and the one which is being rumored for quite some time now, is the Nokia 9 View. It will come with a 5.99-inch 2K display and last year's flagship processor from Qualcomm, that is the Snapdragon 845. It will have a 128GB of internal memory coupled with 6GB of RAM. On the camera front, it will have 5 rear cameras with Zeiss optics, which I guess will be the first smartphone with 5 cameras. On the selfie front, it will have a 12 megapixel sensor, an in-display fingerprint scanner, and the latest Android 9 Pie. This all will be powered with a massive 4150 mAh battery. The next smartphone on the list is the Vivo Nex Dual Display. It has already been launched in China and it's awaiting its global launch, which is most likely to happen in January 2019. Coming to the specs now, it has a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display on the front, whereas on the back it has got another display that is 5.49-inch AMOLED display. It is powered with a Snapdragon 845 processor and has 128GB of internal memory coupled with 10GB of RAM. It has a triple camera setup on the back, out of which one is a 12 megapixel, second is the 2 megapixel depth sensor, and the third is a time of flight camera for facial mapping. There is no selfie camera, but it uses the back camera and the back screen while taking selfies. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner for the front screen, while there is only face unlock for the back screen. It will come with the latest Android, that's the Android 9 Pie, and this all will be powered with a 3500 mAh battery. Next smartphone on the list is the Xiaomi Redmi Pro 2. It will have a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus display. It will be powered with a Snapdragon 675 processor and have a 64GB of internal memory coupled with 4GB of RAM. The back camera will be a 48 megapixel sensor, whereas the selfie camera will be a 20 megapixel sensor. It will have a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner, and this will come with the latest Android 9 Pie. This all will be powered with a massive 4100 mAh battery. The next smartphone on the list is the Realme A1. Realme will launch a new budget smartphone in India very soon. The Realme A1 will be the first one in the new A series from the company. The A1 is said to be priced lower than the Realme U1. Coming to the specs now, it will have a 5.99-inch display. This will be powered with a Helios P70 processor and have a 32 GB internal memory coupled with 2 or 3 GB of RAM. It will have a dual camera setup, out of which one will be the 13 megapixel sensor while the second one will be a 2 megapixel depth sensor. It will have a 8 megapixel camera for selfies and a rear mounted fingerprint scanner. It will come with the Android 8.1 Oreo and it might be updated to the Android 9 Pie in the future. And this all will be powered with a massive 4200 mAh battery. The next smartphone is from Samsung, which is the Samsung Galaxy A8s. It is already been launched in China and it's awaiting its global launch and is most likely to happen in January 2019. As for the specs, it comes with a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus punch hole display and has a Snapdragon 710 processor. It comes with 128 GB of internal memory coupled with 6 GB or 8 GB of RAM. As for the camera, it has a back camera which comprises of 24 megapixel camera sensor, a 10 megapixel sensor and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. It has a 24 megapixel front camera for selfies and a rear mounted fingerprint scanner. It is most likely to come with the latest Android, that is the Android 9 Pie, and a 3400 mAh battery. The last smartphone on the list is the Samsung Galaxy M series. Samsung is set to launch the M10, M20 and M30 smartphones in January itself. The rumors are that M10 will come with only face unlock, while the M20 and the M30 will have fingerprint scanners. It is also said that these smartphones will come with dual rear cameras. As for the storage variants, it will have 32 or 64 GB of internal memory coupled with 3 or 4 GB of RAM. As for the display, it will come with a dewdrop notch and Samsung's own Exynos processors. These might be powered with massive batteries. So let's wait and see what Samsung bring to us on the table. So guys, these were some of the smartphones that are most likely to be launched in January 2019. I really hope you liked the video, and if you did, you can hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, you can vote it down. Do subscribe to me if you haven't and turn on the bell to get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. So until next time, you guys take care. Ciao.